Nice. Nice to be up again by the blessings of our Creator in heaven. It's a beautiful day. Even though ain't nothing here but trees. They got a glimpse of the sun. Now, I was just thinking about how there be so much conflict with religion and people that choose not to use their mind to think about a lot of these things. Now, with our Father in heaven, what caused me to really open up the cast, because I thought about the days of the week. The days of the week is not by our Creator in heaven. Days of the week is something that's been created within the Roman, the Greek era, or more like a myth. So when you learn that the days come from these stories that has been made up, these folklore stories, this is not something that's God given. We're supposed to live day by day. And the reason why I said that is because in the Quran, God said to say, your Lord is self-existing. He has no father, no son. He has no father, no mother, no son, no daughter. And he does not eat, nor do he sleep, nor do he drinks. He also said, nor does sleep overslums him. So the actual beginning of my thoughts started out with that, right? Because they tell you that God created the world in 7 days. Now, I can understand why people say religion has a lot of, it's hypocritical. Because if they tell you God rests in 7 days, the 7 days, the days of the week comes from God and goddesses, not the creator in heaven. This is how we get our days, Sunday through Friday. Now, the other thing is, if God does not rest, why would on the sixth day he takes a break? You understand, God is the Almighty, the most powerful. So why would he need to rest if you listen to the things that he attribute to himself? Not what we give him, but he has given us that we choose not to follow, or we follow it. We follow it, but we follow it on a in between where some of it is right, some of it is wrong. Now, with that said, right, if he need not to rest, and they gave us 7 days and said he rests on the sixth, Islam told you he needs not to rest. So when I tell people I believe we have a direct contact with our Lord, I try to give examples that makes plenty of sense. So when I spoke about how God breathed his air into us to put us to have us active, he has a key to life and death. Because when people die, what they say, oh, he's going back to heaven, or God took him back. Rarely I hear even people that's crazy about Jesus say Jesus took him back, because Jesus did not create him. So once again, this is why we have a direct contact or connection with our Lord in heaven, because we are able to connect with him whenever we choose to. He's always there for us. He's always willing to listen. He's always watching. And man tried to really clone God laws and smash it into man-made laws mixed in. And I don't know how much of God laws is actually inside of the political atmosphere, because they're not true believers of the creator in heaven. But they are true creators of Lucifer. So, you got to think about what you've been told. Life is supposed to be simple. We have the sun. Shows that, and during this motion or this time of the day, we are to do activity that will benefit us in a positive way. Now, when the night come in, it brings in the moon, which means it's time to retire from your activities, regroup with yourself, and your family if you have one, and then meet again in the morning. So you see, the night is supposed to bring everything back together that was spread it out in the day. Because in the day, you got activities that you do. It may cause you to separate from your family or separate from your home until you return back. So when I tell people, not that I just want to set a legacy, but what I want people to do is to come under the banner of one God. Now, if I understand correctly, in Islam, the original banner was La ilaha illallah, which means there's no God but Allah. So that statement, I take it as there's no creator but one. Now you go back into the surah of the Quran, and God said he is self-existing. He has no father, no mother, no son, no daughter. He did not say he do not have sons, which gives us, or give me, the indication that we are all his sons as men. And we are all, or all women are his daughters as females. Now, I have read literature where they have tried to say the angels was of a female creation. So now this all goes back and it goes against what God himself has said. He has no son, not with an S. He has no daughter, not with an S. So if people say that the angels are the females and Jesus is the son, this goes again against what God has said directly. But then at some point, Islam banned a change, and it went from La ilaha illallah to where Muhammad Rasulullah is the last prophet of Islam. So you see that change? What was wrong with the original banner? Nothing. So even though they use the word Allah because of Arabic to explain another way of saying God, this is the fact that the statement that was made from God himself, he has no son, no daughter. So to attribute angels as females, I don't know. But what I do know is God also said he has created angels where there is no male or female form. So I could go with that more than anything else, because when you have a male form, you have sexual organs, and so do a female. And then God has embedded into us to have the feel or the need to have sex, which leads to making kids, because we know that God has said we are to multiply the earth. So if the angels have no sex organs, how could you say the angels are females? So see, I want people to live under the banner of our Creator. Now, there was a conflict a long time ago with Farrakhan, even with the Saudis, and it was like, you can't say God is La ilaha illallah and then say Elijah Muhammad is the last prophet of Islam. Elijah Muhammad is not a prophet or haven't had angels sent to him to have a message to give out to the people. So therefore, according to the Islam standards of what makes a prophet, he wasn't. So at some time, Farrakhan did change it, and then he ended up changing it back to where there's no God but Allah, and Elijah Muhammad is the last prophet. We have to get these prophets out of our lives and become under the direct guidance of our Creator, and make every day our lives in trying to please him, because he will please us. He pleased us without us even asking. So imagine someone giving you what you need without asking, and then you think they're gonna have a problem when you ask. Maybe a human would, another person would, but not our Creator in heaven, for he's all powerful and most merciful. With that said, everyone enjoy your day. You may see me again a few more times today. All depends. But take this into consideration and deeply think about it. Living by the direct means of trying to please our Creator in heaven and not go through tunnels, go through man, go through prophets. We have a direct connection, and we need to start living with that idea on how we have a direct connection to our Creator in heaven. All right, folks, those that watch this all the way through, I appreciate it. Maybe some may watch it and have to go back to it, but take time to think about things that make sense. It'll give you a chance to have a better living. Peace.